Today in Florida, the royal wedding. And now, the fairy tale culmination of a royal romance.
Very romantic. He got on one knee.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle ready to say I do.
It's a day to rejoice. It's a day to be happy.
From the pomp and pageantry to the fans flocking to witness history.
The atmosphere and the colour and everyone happy.
7 News live in England for the royal wedding.
Live pictures from Windsor, England. Thousands of people gathering along the long walk this morning awaiting the royal arrival. Many of them camping overnight to grab the best spots for the big day, hoping to get a glance of the royal couple.
And we are about 1 hour away from hearing a prince and an American actress say I do inside St. George's Chapel. You are looking at the Chapel of Love, where history will be made.
And the royal couple on the move this morning. Prince Harry departing to Windsor on his way to the chapel, while Meghan's car has arrived at Cliveden House Hotel. Wedding bells are almost ringing, and it looks like a perfect day for a royal wedding. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Christine Cruz.
Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Diaz. Queen Elizabeth giving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle the ultimate wedding gift, brand new royal titles. Reporter Lauren Blanchard begins our Team 7 coverage this morning. She is live in Windsor with a look at all the excitement building there. Good morning, Lauren.
Yeah, good morning, Christine, Diana. So we now know Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will officially be known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That announcement coming shortly before the couple is expected to head down the aisle, tie the knot in front of a global audience. And we also know there are just thousands of people out here. We're guessing somewhere around 60,000 people have turned out. It's a beautiful day in Windsor. The sun is out. These folks have been out here for hours already. We're still about an hour away from the actual ceremony when we'll see Meghan Markle head on into the chapel. She's going to go through an arch that is covered in flowers. She will head down the first half of the aisle by herself. Then she's going to be picked up by Prince Charles, of course, her future father-in-law. He will walk her the second half of the aisle before she then heads up to meet Prince Harry at the altar. The actual ceremony is expected to last about 1 hour. And then after that, they're going to hop in an open carriage. They will take a trip around Windsor. They'll head up the Long Walk, which is just behind me, past all of these thousands of adoring fans who are out here as everyone is ready to celebrate this very exciting day.
3.5 hours was very good, but I woke up wet and I'm freezing cold and my back is sore and I just want to go to bed.
Is it going to be worth it?
Oh, yes.
Royal fans have been camping out for days to catch a glimpse of the royal wedding. More than 100,000 people are expected to cram the narrow roads of Windsor, about 20 miles west of London. Security is tight and visitors had to pass through police search points.
With so many awful things going on in the world, I just thought something as lovely as this, and it's only down the road, got to make the effort. And they're just such a lovely couple. Yeah, just wanted to be here and be part of it.
So far, one minor glitch in the proceedings. Meghan Markle's dad is still listed as the person who will walk her down the aisle. But the palace says the error is simply a matter of timing. Prince Charles will be walking Meghan down the second half of the aisle after she makes her way down the first half on her own. Meghan will follow in the footsteps of Diana and Kate Middleton, not saying the word obey in her vows. And just like with William and Kate's wedding, there will be no kiss inside the church. And we've already been seeing a number of celebrities showing up. Serena Williams, Priyanka Chopra, a really good friend of her. So we also saw comedian James Corden come through. Those guests are making their way to St. George's Chapel. Of course, the actual wedding is expected to kick off in just about an hour. Live in Windsor, Lauren Blanchard, Today in Florida.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And as Lauren mentioned, 600 invited guests will be in attendance, many already arriving. And we are learning more details as the big royal wedding inches closer. 7's Omar Lewis continues our team coverage. He is live in the Plex. Omar?
Yeah, Christine, those guests are entering the chapel now, and this morning we're getting a closer look at the lavish wedding, from the rings to the flowers adorning Windsor Palace. The couple will be exchanging their vows at St. George's Chapel. It's a 500-year-old Gothic-style church steeped in history, but now the chapel has been transformed with a fresh, modern feel, with flower arrangements up and down the aisles and overflowing greenery on the outside. Now the church can seat 800 guests and was the spot where Prince Harry was baptized. The wedding rings were done by a London jeweler, Cleve & Company. Markle's ring has been fashioned from a piece of Welsh gold gifted by Her Majesty the Queen. Prince Harry's ring will be a platinum band with a textured finish. The rings will be carried to St. George's Chapel on the day by the best man and brother to the groom, Prince William. Famous celebrity guests making their way into St. George's Chapel this morning. Oprah making her debut in a light pink dress by Stella McCartney. Friends of the couple, George and Amal Clooney, also making their way in. The posh Beckhams and extravagant Elton John also included on that very famous guest list. Many wondering if Elton John will be singing today. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. And just moments ago, tennis legend Serena Williams and husband Alexis Ohanian arriving there also. And we're getting a look at the procession route for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's nuptials in Windsor, just outside of London, of course. After the couple exchanges vows at Windsor Castle, they will take a 2-mile carriage ride around town. Thousands of people will line the streets to catch a glimpse or take those pictures, of course. The newlyweds will then be driven along High Street and into the town center before returning along the beautiful tree-lined stretch known as the Long Walk. The whole procession is expected to take less than a half hour. The Queen will then host a reception for the couple and hundreds of guests at St. George's Hall on the castle grounds. And on another note, you'll notice all the women in fancy headgear today. It's a British tradition and basically a rule for any formal event where the Queen is present. This morning, we're live in the Satellite Center. Omar Lewis, Today in Florida.
All right, Omar, and a pricey pair of diamonds head on Today in Florida. Our coverage of the royal wedding doesn't end here. Still much more ahead as millions around the world count down, and many royal fans have been wondering what kind of tributes will be made to Prince Harry's mother, the late Princess Diana. That's coming up.
And welcome back to our continuing coverage of the royal wedding. Take a look, live pictures out of Windsor, where the Long Walk is lined with thousands of people excited to see the events of this beautiful day begin.
You're watching 7, the news station. Stay connected. Now on 7 News.
Breaking news off the top at 5 o'clock this morning. Panic and chaos breaking out at the Trump National Doral after reports of shots fired. We are live on that scene with details.
And after days of downpours all across parts of South Florida, can we expect more wet weather as we head into the weekend? Your first forecast is straight ahead.
And despite threats from North Korea, President Trump says a major meeting is still on. The latest D.C. developments coming up.
And the excitement is building around Windsor Castle as preparations continue for the big royal wedding. Good morning, everyone. I'm Diana Diaz.
And I'm Omar Lewis in for Alex Diarmas. 5 hours of Today in Florida start right now.
This is 7 News, Today in Florida.
We begin with that news alert from the Trump National in Doral. Reports of shots fired there. Let's listen into this news conference.
Miami-Dade. They confronted the subject immediately upon arrival and exchanged fire with him. The subject was neutralized and
All right, you're listening into a news conference there at the Trump National Doral where shots were reportedly fired. Police giving us an update. 7's very own Katrina Bush is live on that scene, and she'll have details throughout the morning right here on Today in Florida.
Yeah, so let's get a check right now on the weather. Bring it inside our studios, and meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez has a check of the forecast now. Viv?